Oh,
Uh,
hello.
Hello, how are you?
Like we are live. Hello, world. I'm doing pretty banging. I was watching some football earlier, Fulham won, so I'm very
Mhm.
excited. Um, why are we live on this?
What are we live on?
Apparently the okay, well we're live, but the title is Let's Have a Booba season 2 episode 26. And she's nothing like that. She's nothing of the sort.
Did we not
Uh,
schedule a stream?
no, we did not schedule a stream. We did not do that. Tinglish has found the deficiently titled stream. Thank you, Tinglish, for following directions, or however you found this. Thank you. But yeah, things are going in a great realm of me having a good time.
How was Twin Peaks Day?
Hello. How was the week, Papa?
How's Twin Peaks Day?
Oh my gosh, Twin Peaks Day was a wild ride. Hi, Tethys. So I first started Twin Peaks Day by listening to the soundtrack. I then worked. I then gymmed. I then got home, and then I
Mhm.
watched the first 2 episodes of Twin Peaks, and it was fantastic. And I'm just like sitting there, like replying to the dialogue, like like I know like all, especially those first 2 episodes, I know everything. I basically have got the monologue down of when Nadine runs into Norma at like the general store when she's buying her cotton balls, and that
Mhm.
is just like I live for the whole entire script. And it's the first time I'm watching it since David Lynch died, and I got kind of teary-eyed a little bit. So yeah. This is a big deal for me, everybody. So this is like this is like my eighth or ninth year doing it. I do not remember. It's
Wait,
been a
what?
minute.
Wait, you watch it every year?
Watch it every year, yeah.
Wow.
Mhm. February, like late February, early March. This is like what like sets the time, and this is what brings spring in.
I could not imagine doing that. If I could not imagine doing. I, and it's not like I don't mean specifically because it's Twin Peaks. I just mean in general, like the idea of watching something the length of Twin Peaks every year. I don't. There are films that I really love. I have not spent the same amount of time watching them that you have spent. I guess it's not the same as watching like My Neighbor Totoro like on repeat for like.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, it's
It's
just how I bring in the spring, how I bring in Pisces season. It's just like out like the death of the world, and come this new kind of like floral like beauty. It's nice.
it'd be the equivalent of watching like My Neighbor Totoro. I guess like I'm gonna guess 20 times.
Probably so. Yep.
I mean, actually, I don't know if My Neighbor Totoro is actually my favorite.
Ooh, Gravity
I
Falls. It's an excellent program.
I never got into it.
I watched the first like season and I liked it.
Mm.
Over the Garden Wall is also a great also a great like Halloween thing. And Logan, I am not caught up on Resident Alien at all. Like we're like I think midway through season 2. It is that's actually a good show that I'm surprised is as good as it is for being No Shade of Sci-Fi Network programming. Um, shall we get started conlanging? I think is that why we're here?
Allegedly,
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 allegedly. Hmm.
allegedly.
Oh, that is fair. I mean, both are a good watch. How do I present again? Actually, I have bulleted in the document, so I'm just going to go over there. Um, I gotta share my tab. Share my tab.
If I told you that I was in a meeting for the last 2.25 hours and then
Mhm.
had a little quarter-hour break, and I'm just about holding it together.
I would A, believe you, and B, understand the condition that you may be in and go from there. Let's start with the non-binding poll since that is the plebeian one. I'll give a little bit of some zoomies for people. I think 130 is a good ratio that we have found. Nope, it's not right yet. So we had these three options. We'll see the one that is bolded, one decisively, but let's just go through them to kind of understand what's going on. We have 1A, which was just the genitive and then obligatory inalienable possession. We would have kind of this genitive case in articles, and they would be used for some sort of some alienable possession. Other stuff will be marked with those possessives there. This did not win. The one that also did not win would be the dative. There would also be some sort of like construction for a dative. So like a to me is something that would kind of be like the possessive construction there. To me is a dog or whatever, it's my dog. And then that would kind of be another way we would use those possessive markers. The one that like I thought I was going to like when I made it up, I no longer like. And I think
Which one was this?
this is the 1B. So this was this little doodle with the addition of the locative case. So if it wasn't in some sort of possession, it would be marked in this like oblique locative sort of like prepositional vibe.
But it's not. I think locatives they do have like a broader use. Like for example, because we don't have a distinct instrumental, for example, it's quite likely if like these people probably don't have bikes, you know. But I'm thinking of like that sort of thing, like by boat could be on boat.
That
Like
is true.
this
On
is this
train.
is this is one of these things where things can be as broad as we need it to.
That is true. I am going to delete this, but I think partially because this is the non-binding poll. I
Wait,
do.
what are you deleting?
I just deleted the dative option since
Oh,
that
okay.
was not kind of in the same ilk as this. Um, I I will entertain the idea of not having any locative. We will see how that goes.
No,
No, okay,
I think because that's the only difference between A and B.
that is true. So I think this one won
And
it.
personally, um, like for me, like I think that um
Mhm.
having more cases to me makes sense with the system that we have,
Yeah.
because I don't I think that having the genitive and the locative will give us more ways to combine things. And I think as we move into the next section, which is what I thought you were talking about,
Uh,
we'll have a reasonable handle on it.
okay. Just so we know what is up. Google, and then
Also, I should be able to tear myself away from my administrative roles. I
who did you block? Who did you block?
I haven't blocked anyone.
Oh, that's good. Hmm.
Um, I I have only I've only been
I've been a naughty girl.
I have been
Oh,
I've been a very naughty girl.
okay. Remind me after we go over this poll. I had an anecdote that I wanted to bring to light that happened, and I think it is hilariously embarrassing, and I'm okay with sharing the class. This poll, which I'm very excited about how you all picked the correct answer. Well, not all of you, but many of you picked the correct answer. That you wanted the person kind of person tends to kind of go together and fuse. So essentially what would happen is that in this option, as you may recall, this one is the person marker goes on the main verb, I believe, and then the tense marker comes on after. This one, the tense marker goes onto the auxiliary that's acting as the tense, and then that little doodle is being fused onto the verb instead of kind of it being more sequential in that manner. Any other comments you have on that?
I don't know. I think we're still gonna have to have this, like, unless we're gonna, right now we do allow for a zero, like a unmarked situation for tense to mark up present tense. And so we are gonna have to
I
have
see.
forms for each person for each verb plus this fused thing, which I think is fine.
I think it is as well. I think this also may beget us a new auxiliary and also something that is just like really hella weak. Just like to do.
For the present.
Yeah.
I just
something dumb. Something kind of just like, I'm stupid. Oh, you're here. Hello.
I guess I could see it. I think we should like see how things end up working out, because if it's not, like, I think that we should go a bit more aggressive. Although it's one of these things where it's just like I don't hate the forms that we have. I also don't necessarily love them.
I think as we go through like the tenses and kind of the person marking, I think we can get really reduced like affixes to get on there, especially if they are going to be used like every single time. Like they're going to shorten up a little bit, and I think we can get some really cool stuff from it. But that kind of says, do we want to go down the verb route today, or do we want to go down the case route today?
I think that it's maybe a little poll. I don't have a strong feeling one way or another.
I also don't, and I wanted to acknowledge the presence of Rogolf and Nemo if I had not done so already. Hello and welcome.
We got hello to Nemo, didn't we?
I don't know if I did or maybe you did. I will say another hello. But yeah. Choose our adventure.
I don't know what this voice you're doing is, Miles, but it's something.
Now, purpose, markers, okay, articles.
Okay.
Great.
So
yes.
I don't know. I'm just looking through everything we have at the moment. I did want to talk about. I guess we should see whether we're doing verbs or nouns.
Yes. I'm going to get the notebook and a glass of water.
Okay. I'll monologue.
Yes, please do.
What do I want to talk to everyone about that isn't Miles centric? I guess I can like say here that we're getting ready to do the first reveal video for the relay, which is what has been distracting me for this past 15 minutes or so. I am really looking forward to showing everyone the results. And yeah, it should be interesting. Um, the other half is still going. I'm a bit worried that I've overstated that, but uh,
Oh,
Alia will
oh,
be
hello.
done soon enough,
My heart.
and Jessie is just doing the very final things to wrap up for her ring.
Yes. Ooh. Everybody, I am using a new pen. I ordered a 12 pack of these. They are my favorite pen. It is the Uniball Signo or Signo 207s. So we can see it for chat. Put that pen there. Beautiful.
Um,
But it seems like we're doing fur pencil markers, which I'm very happy about.
cool.
Yeah.
So I think this. Okay, you put tense in there. I think we have to talk about uh the thing we've been avoiding, which is that we either need to. But where? Okay, so.
And where?
Okay,
Here, hello. You're under the radicals. Oh,
so um, right now we decided to make things easier by saying subject marking. However, we also have the weird thing where our subject markers are likely going to be coming from pronouns, and the pronouns have become both subject and also object marking. And I don't think it's outside of the realms of possibility if we have what's still very transparent marking to say basically that they understand that a verb marked, for example, with where, which at one point would have been. Well, I guess this is one thing. When would you get a situation where the verb is marked with the obviate? Um, I think it could happen. I guess in theory,
I don't think.
if you had a situation where you're, I'm trying to think, because
I don't
in,
think you could, because you need something at least like in terms of like obviation in at least Arapaho, from what I remember, is that you need something below it for it to matter. And an obviate is like the lowest of the lows of the low, unless it's like an inanimate thing.
well, we
But
don't have a
still,
thing below our obviate.
exactly. So I think that either this construction becomes some sort of like honestly like a passive or it just becomes non-productive.
Well, I think that I'm comfortable saying that the A was never marked on verbs.
I'm as
That I'm fine with.
yeah.
So, yep, remembered that correctly. So then we have the. I don't want this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let me find a form. Ge.
Love it. My favorite.
Ge.
Yeah.
So this one has gone from being a first
Inclusive.
person inclusive
Correct.
to
Mm.
being a what for now is basically like that's not what SAP stands for. That's like basically one or two
Of the object.
and
Yeah.
not half
Almost.
and object.
Correct.
So either and I don't think it makes sense for us to say that gear was never marked on the verb.
Hmm.
Um, one thing I don't know how much sense this makes. I guess I'm thinking about like in
Like,
Luchanut, like they only mark the most salient actor on the verb,
mm,
and um, that means that if something
yeah.
happens to one of the speech act participants from a third person,
Hmm.
it's marked on the verb, but it's understood in the um, to be in the object role.
Yeah.
Um, and I guess where I'm going with this, it would either be that like the if the forms change so radically that you can't recognize get as being linked to the other one.
Mhm.
I don't think it's because certainly like having an having an inequality in the number of persons marked on nouns versus on verbs doesn't seem outside of the realm of possibility.
I
But
agree.
also, if it's clear that these two things are related, I think it would be weird to have one change meaning and lose the other one.
I think what you're bringing down. So like if there is a third person agent, right?
I'm not
That is,
suggesting that we go straight for the Nuchanut option, right? But I guess what I'm saying is like I'm think we did have a table at one point that we then deleted, I think.
I think we made a
I love
lot.
that I can scroll and it doesn't affect us. So at one point we had a little table and we were thinking about how we would do um, polypersonal marking, right?
Yeah, we have some little like no, we don't remember that. But yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
No cha
No,
nul. I think
I think it's I think
is Cranag.
yeah, you're right.
I did that tone pattern there. um, oh, Nat. Cool.
Hi, Nat.
Oh, okay. Nat is gonna love the timings
Oh,
that
hi,
we've got.
Aaron.
But we'll see what we do for the next one. Okay.
Kronberg is his band or their band. Love that.
I believe that as I have now claimed how to pronounce it, it's low tone on the first syllable, high tone on the second. Cranag? No. Uh, Nuchanut, honestly, like friend friend of the channel in a one directional friendship.
Love that.
Um, Nuchanut is the friend that we don't deserve, but
Yeah,
that we claim.
understood.
Um, there was a point in time where I don't know why I was so worried that there would be some kind of like backlash about me using Charlotte um, like
Yeah.
an adaptation of a story by her that she had already like published and that I provided a citation for.
Mhm.
Although the citation got relayed, so I don't know. But it became fun, and I think that's what the Nintendo people really care about
I agree.
is fun and not like self-determination,
Or representation. Do what's
representation.
fun.
It doesn't; those don't matter, do they?
No, not at all. Representation does not matter. Screw it.
Um, so I wasn't thinking of it becoming. I don't think it makes sense necessarily for it to become exclusive based on if we have like some mocked up examples up here. Um, but like if you have a situation that originally you're saying like
Way.
we I guess in English we'd say us to eat seeds, right?
Yeah, us two eat seeds.
Um, which for our purposes would end up something like one one ink seed, whatever plural, the plural is a prefix.
Mhm.
Oh no, because it's going to be seed where plural
Correct.
hope
Yes, 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 yes. Oh, wow.
where, which ends up becoming just like fair, doesn't it?
Yeah, which I think is like sick. I love that.
Yeah. And then
Eat.
the
Yeah.
ye
And then
get. So it would end up being something like this.
mhm.
I don't remember what seed is anyway.
Yeah.
So um, I probably should have just done it in
Well,
interlinear.
look what you did say us too object, but
So yeah, us two eat seeds,
yeah,
and in the proto stage, this would be something like this.
I agree.
Um, and then um, this would the ge would change meaning to it basically would never occur in this position in the sentence.
No.
So um,
I think we're first going down a pro drop step, and then this is happening.
um, yeah, I guess this becomes slightly redundant. Um, and then it would be you'd so yeah, you'd never have this if we're saying we're starting off with subject marking.
Correct.
I guess the point that I would then get that get to would be like um if we have something like you um you we don't have a word for feed, but I'll go with feed because it's the parallel. Like you feed us too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you can say something like that.
Yeah, you can.
Then you would end up with is it yeah first person or no second is bowl.
Yeah, key and bow. Key is first person.
Oh yeah is third, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Hi
yeah,
Dave.
yeah. I am Lord.
So
Oh, hi, David and Jesse.
bowl
I'm sure you
bowl
all
okay,
both hear our voice. Oh, you too. There we go. Come on, duel.
okay feed bowl.
Aaron, that sounds wonderful. Uh, we'll try to be quiet for your house guest.
I feel like when people say house guest, most of the times that I hear it, it's
Go ahead.
something like a mouse or a cockroach.
Oh,
Like it's a no, like I feel like my instant reaction is to assume that it's like a euphemism.
mine is always to go to Big Brother, and I hear Julie Chen being like, "Hello, house guests. it's time to give the results of the eviction tonight. And they're like, oh my God, who got evicted? And then the vote of 8-2, Jennifer, you are from the Big Brother house. And it's like, oh no, my God, Jennifer, that's from the house. And it's, ugh. I miss Big Brother when it was like less than like, well, also Jesse from Big Brother is now on he's like a wrestler, like actually like a bona fide like pro wrestler now. So I'm glad that he's doing okay. Oh, my hilarious anecdote. So I was doing laundry, and so how it's set up is like to go to the laundry room, I go like downstairs and then around a flight, and then I go up and then to the laundry room, right? So I go down one flight that way and to the left. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna change it up today. I'm gonna go a different way. So I went up, like kind of like towards the back, and then I went down. But my brain was like, oh, you went down, so you go down to the left, like muscle memory. So what I was doing is I walked to the laundry room and I turned the door. I'm like, why is the laundry room locked? So I'm trying to like jiggle this door, and I look up and it says 3, and I'm like, laundry room does not begin with the number 3. This is not Arapaho. And to my surprise, I'm just trying to gain entry into my neighbor, my downstairs neighbor's apartment door. Just like trying to like enter his like own private space. I felt so bad.
I feel like I've just blurred. I love you. I got lost halfway through the story.
That's okay. So basically what happened was I changed the way that I went to my laundry room. My muscle memory took me the way that I thought I went, and the destination was my below neighbor's door. And I tried to get, because the laundry room is public access. It's just unlocked for anybody to go use, right? Not my neighbor's apartment. Apparently not. I can just walk in there.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
But I'm liking where this belongs.
So
how do we mark?
Wait,
Oh, never mind. You're fine. This is step 1.
But you dropped the object.
I know. I didn't get there yet. I got to find a word for to see. I didn't get there yet.
Okay.
No, don't worry. Don't worry. We're good. We're fine.
That's like what's going on.
Oh, this is me. Oh, I'll just hide this.
The main thing that I think this is maybe like a bit weird, but I think it would make sense to say that if something is happening to a first or second person argument, it's more salient and could be marked as well in a polypersonal thing without having to do like a whole table with like a kind of
I'm gonna do one thing before I forget.
like where this would end up becoming in the most reduced form, kind of feed bull sort of thing.
It would.
Where we know that gear can be marked because of the historical use, and this change didn't mean to do that.
Oh.
Like, and the meaning of the affixed verb, I guess, would shift with the change in meaning of the pronoun. Although the more that I say it, the more weird it all sounds.
Yeah. I think also that, I mean, what Are we now saying that the present tense is unmarked, or do we need a present auxiliary?
I don't think that affects this choice personally.
I don't think it does either.
Um, I think that having these just take person marking for the present makes sense personally. Like I guess to me, I'm kind of like I know Nemo, correct me if I'm wrong. So like in Hindi, they do have all of these like extra bits that you can like shove in between, and then those bits take the person marking. But like in effect, there are still like the most basic forms that conjugate agreeing with person. That was very guppy.
Gerp or grape. You're gonna call grapes gerps.
It doesn't make sense if you have a non-rhotic accent. Like,
that's true. It doesn't. You just say good.
Good. Like, I think if the R sound is still there, it's like, well, we say verbs. No, but that it doesn't start off as a brib. Hi, George.
I mean, it did back in the day, right? I mean, it's like
Wait, it did?
a 3 and 3rd. Anyway, we're going off topic, ish. But hello, George. I'm glad you were here. Sorry, my thought process just went out the window.
I thought you were trying to tell me that bird originally was spelled BI.
Wasn't it not like in that like, and then like it flopped?
No, it was. All right.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said it. You're me like me on the internet lie to people?
I'm sorry. I gaslighted
Somebody
you.
lied to me several times and told me I was fly, hot, sexy, and beautiful, and I'm nothing like that. I'm nothing.
Okay. Actually, the Old English had 2 Ds, although I guess the Middle English, it alternated. Okay.
Nemo, we are talking about case. No, sorry.
No.
Marking on verbs, auxiliary verbs. I believe.
No, on all verbs.
On all verbs. Excusez-moi.
I mean, okay, like.
I'm just testing the waters.
What do you think about my Duolingo avatar, David? I think mine looks quite like me.
Oh.
Also, I love being fully distracted.
Thank you, David. I need to go back on there now that the owl can't scare me anymore. Wait, okay, so someone please let me know that is it canon that the duo owl got killed by a Cybertruck? Is that factual?
I didn't know it was by a Cybertruck.
I don't know. I don't. Oh, Lavuna killed the Cyber. Lavuna killed. Well, I hope Lavuna killed the Cybertruck. Lavuna would be good at killing Cybertrucks.
It's been too long a day, Miles, to imagine Lavuna versus Cybertruck.
Lavuna versus Cybertruck. Sunday.
Okay.
Before I forget, would this be a illicit form? Because I mean, yes, it is. It's factual. I could feed us too. That is very true. I think if we're going to get this like gay in here, it's going to be in only these three scenarios. I apologize. Also, if you're keeping up with football, Chelsea is 4-0 against Southampton. That's actually in. Boo, Wendy. Boo.
Like, okay, so
Proceed. Sorry.
it would basically it. How do I communicate this well? I think that it makes sense if you think that you have. I guess there's a scenario in which it stops being used, right? And it never resurfaces. The gay never resurfaces. So like you would only mark subject, and people will over time decide that it no longer makes sense to conjugate verbs in this way, right?
Yes, because it's dealing with an object.
Yeah. So
Got it.
the subject, the pronominal argument has gone from subject position to no longer making sense.
I'm understanding.
The other thing would be to say that they know that this can be marked, and the meaning, because it's clear or transparent, means that they conjugate with ge. They know ge is an option, right?
They do.
And so I don't know why I just keep making new lines. The suggestion would be that we have a small polypersonal system, but it would only be with the first or second person. So we would get forms of kige, kige, boge, yage.
Yeah.
That would be it.
I am writing that down as canon. I agree with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we're saying that because this happens really early, there's no plural marking.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. In full control.
Plurality is only marked on the noun article.
Indeed. Slay. Oh my god. I feel like this was productive.
Okay.
Now, this I agree with. This was, I think, like healthy. I want to say one thing. Do you also think that gay can be used to conjugate the fact that there's like a plural first person argument?
Wait, what? Sorry, say that again?
Yeah, sorry. Do you think that from gay's original meaning as a first inclusive pronoun, that it could take on this like marker?
You're doing what we just said it's doing. No.
Right.
Also,
Bitch boy.
when you have the model that we had where all of them are, none of them are specified in the proto stage as plural or singular. Like my understanding of those kinds of systems with relation to this sort of thing is that if if they're going to be marked for plural, it's done in addition, which means that the inclusive doesn't tend to be like
emphasized.
It's not emphasized as plural in their systems, right?
Yeah.
Because
it was exclusive or inclusive. So yeah.
This is like, I'm thinking of like Vietnamese, which
Oh.
also has exclusive and inclusive, but they mark them like they mark them very distinctly to the singular pronouns.
Mhm.
So I think it makes more sense like that.
Okay.
But
Subject marking for all other cases. Okay, so I'm gonna write this down before we forget.
oh, in your notebook. I was like, where are you writing?
Oh yes, in the notebook.
Okay, cool.
Okay, cool.
So
Person and tense is right below. Oh gosh, where do you put that? Okay. Person is marked on the present tense verb since there is no auxiliary associated with it. Subject marking is the prevailing strategy that occurs in sentences. In other words,
we do basically end up with a polypersonal system, just one in which we don't mark third person objects.
there is a slight well, hold on. I'm trying to think how to like
The
say
polypersonal systems aren't usually even complete, right? Like there's the whole thing about whether you would mark first person to first person, and
yeah.
usually that's reciprocal. So like it's kind of not a non question, but I don't think it's worth problematizing. Um, what on earth is a object?
It says right here it's a Robert Jack for short. Do you not see the definition?
It's not a definition.
It's an object but with a b. The bobject. It's a little bobble. It's Laza.
What's the about? I feel like I feel like there's a joke that I'm not in on.
No, there's no joke that you're not in. It's just the joke is being conceived right now, and according to some lawmakers, it has rights because it's conceived. Hooray! If we ever have a chance of being monetized, we're never going to because my math. It's true. Let's
No, I
make
thought you said math, and I was like, oh yeah, your math is so. Why would your math affect monetization?
my math is great. I love math so much. This would be subject. Oh, sorry.
I've been doing a little bit of Zulu on Duolingo, and I like how it sounds, but I find it annoying because I feel like I know what I'm doing, and then I try and type it out myself, and I forget how to spell it, and I feel bad because I was overconfident.
However, just mighty anglerfish. The marked auxiliary will be fused to the lexical verb, producing.
Wait, they're not. No, but they're not fusing, are they? They're being glommed, but they aren't fusing. I feel like fuse suggests that there will be more interaction.
So it is not like an anglerfish mating ritual, unfortunately. Damn.
Okay, like my understanding of the system
Mhm.
was that it was gonna be. I mean, do we even?
We haven't even formalized how this is going to work.
Yeah. So
Let's just gut it. Boop, boop, and then we're going to do a little bit of some doodles, just so we see what is up. First, second, third. Nice. Plane, polypersonal. First, second, third. Key. Bow. Hello. There we go. Let's see if this is correct. No. No. Ooh, we're so close. Ooh. No. 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 Okay. I will copy and paste. Here we go. No. Am I stupid? Am I dumb? Girl. What the hell is wrong with me? There we go. Normalcy. This
Normalcy is one of these words that people see as like one of the dividing lines between British and American English.
Why?
Because we say normality.
I interesting.
Like normalcy is not a word in the British vocabulary. Like it's not that like it's not that I'm saying Americans don't use normality. I'm saying we would never really use normalcy.
Yeah,
You know?
I think I'm the opposite. I think if I forgot the word normalcy, I would probably use normality. Unless I was talking about something that was a little bit off, and then I would say abnormality. Like something that I have. I have an abnormality. Occurs where if. Girl, occurs if. Occurs where if. What's chat up to? Hey chat. Oh, okay. So, Aaron, I thought that was an evolution. I thought you were evolving some script from like Latin to Cyrillic, like all the way to like Hansa, and I'm like, okay, JWB. I know is not George W. Bush.
Greg W. Bush.
Greg Bush.
Yeah, he runs the bakeries.
Does he run? Oh my gosh, Greg Bush runs the bakeries and makes sausage rolls. Does he also have Bush's beans? Oh, you have no idea about Bush's beans. So Bush's beans is like a big bean company. There's a talking dog by Jay Bush. Like he sells baked beans. Does he own all the dough? That's a good question. I want to get rid of this for now. It's kind of that here. Oh, I see. I see. Yes. Yes, I understand what's going on in this world. It's beautiful. Okay, so go away tape. Okay, wonderful. Okay, so let's work out then the mouse, just present tense. Okay. I eat the seeds. Go away tape. So this is definitely this. And note all that this is proto. This is the proto form. Sorry, my brain just went off the kilter. So this goes here, and this goes here, and then this is only relevant for this one, and then you can go away. How you doing, Jake?
Sorry, I like I'm almost certain that they have jam, but you call them jelly donuts in the US, don't you?
Jelly donuts.
Yeah, jelly donut. Do you have custard donuts? But
Yes.
Boston cream, is that a kind of donut or is it a pie? And then I've seen it made into a donut.
So, both and Boston cream is a pie, and it hasn't made into a donut. But we do have like, I would say a cream-filled donut is probably the analogous American terminology for that, insofar that like, buying maple cream sticks was a very important ritual in my family. Oh my god, yeah. But we would go down to the John Eagle and get some maple cream sticks because that's who had them, I guess, that were best. They also settled on like Dunkin's maple cream sticks, which Dunkin' is a place that you can get donuts at. I mean, that's all I'm gonna say. Oh, this is
I
the
think
wrong.
we need to return to a neutral ground.
Mm.
I
Oh, DKB is George Bush. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Remy bought this like slow food cookery book, right? Sure. How cute. We love it. And like in the recipe, like in like the thing, like you can make your own Nutella. And I'm like, well, I love Nutella. How can I make my own without spending and chilling like $8 a pop for this stuff? Apparently, I have to mill and grind my own hazelnuts and find hazelnut flour. No, I will. That's a more expensive portion of it. And like others, like you'll never go back to like store bought Nutella before you can taste the oils. I'm like, sure, but like I can't buy hazelnuts because to fill my um Nutella addiction. For breakfast, I was very proud of myself. I put chocolate sprinkles on my toast, like a Dutch person would. Um, very tasty. 10 out of 10 would make for myself again.
feel kind of lost. just just a generic term.
There we go. I'm
Okay.
over on the Lecturgy, kind of doing some shenanigans over there, and we know that shenanigans are a deceitful trick.
Um,
Really
is
mean.
it just with marked object?
The modern form of this is love that, and the modern form of this is that, according to my Lecturgy file, and the modern form of this is this. So they are marked, which I like how these boys are kind of like large, and this gets reduced nice happily into that.
Well, this feels like the sort of place where it could end up as just as the
Yeah.
like imagine a language where the third person was marked with like a sibilant.
That's
What a
crazy.
strange idea.
And just that. So odd. How weird. I
Well, leave it for now.
yeah,
Yeah.
mm, I don't know what shenanigans are happening in here. I know, seriously. Oh my gosh. That is me now. I drank my 3 cups of coffee. I drink mate at home mostly, but yes, and um now we can worry about the past tense. Mm. At least gonna highlight this, and then start kind of going down here. Go away, Tate. Wonderful.
This isn't a full.
Bless you.
I hope that wasn't loud.
It was not. It was nicely muffled. What is carry? Go down. Where you carry? Carry.
Do we want to do a little?
Do you want to do a little key? Do a little line?
Have a good time.
Amen.
No, I don't.
Cookie.
I'd kind of be down to just seeing what the full form would be, especially because it's like an auxiliary. It doesn't make sense to reduce it at this stage.
I would agree.
So violently scrolling.
Oh, also, David, if you're still here, we apologize halfly for the glossing. Glossing is bad. Analysis sucks. Just to get that out there.
So oh, cool. Okay, you acute. I can do the acute if you need me to. Oh, you've got it. Cool.
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm going
word for dream, Maha.
Maha. Oh my gosh, that show haunts me, the Amanda Show. I think this is correct. And this.
I don't know what's going on here.
Okay. This is kind of, I like this.
I feel like throwing the, I don't know.
This is nonsense.
Seems a little preemptive, but I guess we'll see what happens.
Well, it's that. I like this.
Vekubvu.
Okay, so this is how it turns out, like such.
The vu is also probably going to reduce as well, but we'll see.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because we're going to do another stage of sound changes as well, aren't we?
I think I absolutely yes. I want to kind of just go here. I think we are at like a excuse me, an intermediary stage of these 12-ish sound. Yeah, I think we're gonna have this is like 11 actually. Yeah. It's so crazy to me that Plow has like 13, and that's like it. Where are we? Where are you? Oh, I'm up here. Okay, this is still nonsense to me.
I wasn't up there. I was here.
I was here the whole time.
So you've done those, but we need to think about how. I still feel weird about calling it Irrealis. It's not really what we mean. But I think it's the thing that makes the most sense with what we have.
So this comes from Maha. Okay, I'm just going to do a little bit of this, and just we can kind of see it. Just MAHA. Okay. Do a little coke, do a little wine.
Which I think would become Mahki.
Mahki. Okay, I got it in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. It becomes Mahatse.
Okay. Oh
And
yeah. Okay. Okay. Put it in the
I
dark.
am so excited to kill these internal schwas. So
Mhm.
excited. Cannot wait till the day we're gonna get some country results. I'm so excited.
Love that.
Love that for us. Velvet Violetta. Welcome. I have never seen you here before. But there's laver bread
Love
is
that.
made from seaweed. Is it like a thing? Is this like a cuisine of somewhere? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Like I know that they have it in Wales. That's what Erin.
Oh, that's what Aaron is saying. Okay, got it.
But
Okay.
I like the whole seaweed cooking thing. I think is relatively like I know a lot of it from like Breton cuisine as well.
I will say two things. One, I forget. Second, I
Can you
remember.
put the forms in the document while you have your little chat? Sorry.
Oh yes, absolutely. Yes. Oh, I remember. The first thing I was going to say is I got these like matcha cold soba noodles that were fantastic the other day. That was the first thing. I'll put this wrong thing. Oh well.
That one,
That one goes
this
up. Yeah.
one
Thank
is
you. Then the other thing is that now I'm trying to remember that other. Oh, is that I will not eat like those like kelp pickles. Like they kind of look not good. Like it's because the tube looks too real. It looks too much like a tube. And I don't like that. No. Mm-mm. That's a new food. And um this will is it kuma or what is he? Well, let's work out just this before we go on to combining the two.
I
Oh, hi, Danny.
I think it depends. I'm like it makes more sense to be a verb for this meaning, like the present future.
Mhm.
Here it seems more like so it would be like
I,
I
I,
I think it seems weird to shove the three verbs in a row, but I think that we can make it work.
okay, hold on. I'm going to draw.
I'm wondering about the order, to be honest,
That was my question. Is what the
because
order was?
it seems like um is this whole thing actually useful to us anymore?
This table.
Um, the thing I've highlighted.
Love that. Oh God, no. Get rid of that. That's terrible. Boo, Mandy.
Okay,
Boo, boo,
so
boo, boo. I also have a diagram drawn of how I'm kind of envisioning this like Maha marker. So ignore the line segment, but it's kind of what I'm getting at. So that little zero is the present tense unmarked, and then here is like the past marker, that like the recent past. So like, let's say
mhm.
there's like one day, and this Maha is going. I know this is for them, sorry guys, and like this is just marking like the future, and this is marking the distant past. It's kind of just like this like
But
extender
I feel like
realis, because that's not like the correct terminology for it. I don't know
well,
if that's a name.
well, if we're saying it's future or distant past,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's useful to keep calling it irrealis.
It's not.
If it's future, but also like wishes and desires and things, like you know
Optative and
the
all those good stuffs.
the subjunctive
Mm-hmm.
that sort of thing. If it's doing that as well, I think it makes more sense to try and work out a proper name for it.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Um,
That could be the binding pole. What should we call
this
this?
is really not
Who would play her?
well labeled.
No, it is not
Yeah.
well labeled.
So this would be past. This would be future. Then
Past.
past, second person, and what's going on?
So
No, this isn't. Okay, yeah, and then this future, second.
What happened here? Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. This is I don't know what happened. Okay. Yep. Yep,
And
yep, yep.
then this is past, third person.
And then this is future. Third.
Okay, so do we want to put it like under here or between them?
I think between.
Okay, so it would be Aokumahaki or um
Maha Aokuki.
yeah, I think this way around makes sense, which is what
That
we
way
said.
around makes sense to me as well. Your first marking kind of like it's in the distance and then it's in the past.
Yeah. Okay.
Maha Ao. Oh, okay. So I'm going to also, if it is going this way,
Just leave it. We can fix it later.
we oh
Because we're gonna have
we're having
like a whole bunch of stuff happening anyway, right? So
we will.
like see what the final like the result is like this. If we really don't like the result, then wait, too aroused?
I'm sorry.
What happened, David?
So yeah, the big brother happened, evicted a house guest. Not he was nominated, or they were nominated.
Hmm.
There is some saucy tam going on down here. That is true, but I will say this is a really ugly form. We don't want that.
I'm trying to work out. It's because we wouldn't usually allow owl, right?
Correct.
So this is a situation where I think maybe like knowing that that's gonna happen, saying that the A's coalesce makes sense.
Mm-hmm. And then it turns into this happy fun time of this. So the only thing we lost from that is just the schwa, at least the first schwa. The first schwa is the deepest, baby.
You don't keep arousing people, Miles.
I don't. That's the last thing I want to do is arouse people. God forbid that my Duolingo avatar. That's the last thing
You're
I.
really trying really hard.
Oh,
That voice is everything.
I love doing it. Like I will just sit like here and be like, oh yeah.
That gives very like straight boy in secondary school to me.
Yes. Oh,
I
absolutely.
think you picked that up from the kids you used to teach. Oh yes, you never let it die.
I
Until
let
I
it
remind
live
you, you used
on
to work
through
with
me.
children.
Absolutely. Oh, how are these well, let's
So
organize these
let's get
correctly.
this in here.
Yeah.
So like this is gonna make the table look ugly, but I don't care.
We can swan the table.
And then how cool. Cool.
I do that. A little bit of this. Oh, nice.
I am so ready to get rid of these schwas.
Oh my god, same. I want to kill this whole entire like sequence. I want to gut it like a fish. Like I like already in my head, like a sound change that will happen is that like schwas will be deleted after a stress syllable. Bingo, bango, bongo. That must be that must happen. Period.
Well, we did already do
So word
the,
boundary.
the word boundary schwa
That is
lost.
true.
So,
Don't think
like,
sandwiching. Oh, Middle Sylvania, hello. Schwabai. I don't have the right ring to it. Schwabai.
it'd just be like schwai,
Schwein. Hmm.
schweria,
Schwirio. Schwir.
schwa schwa for now.
Schwa for now.
Look on.
Oh, I feel like my creative juices have just like been spent. Oh, nice.
Well, so
Hmm.
I don't know. I feel like this isn't super like. If I'm being honest, it's not really very fused. You know.
Right now, no. I agree with you. I think we need to instill the fusion. We need to like get those nuclei together and create power,
Mm-hmm.
like the sun. We're just like, oh god, we're just low energy flopped. Okay, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
What is okay? I know what flop tropica is. I understand that, like as a concept. I I don't know who Jaffe is.
You don't know Jaffe.
I know of Jaffe. I don't know who Jaffe is.
Jaffe is head commander in the Flat Traffic War.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know that, but like, I mean, like, as a cupcake stan, like, I want to be sure that like our faction remains okay.
Okay.
The Flop Tropical Wars of Badussi, the Badussi War, the Flop Tropica.
um. Okay, so this is like I think it was over Twitter and
Oh,
TikTok,
well. Yes, absolutely.
and so basically, like there were a series of like women who became popular in memes, who then like they got put into the same cinematic universe.
Yeah, I would call it a cinematic universe.
And then
Like,
like the suggestion was that they each had their own armies that would fight each other. and I don't know how the fighting works. I don't think this is like a they kill each other with the power of song situation.
No, no, it is not.
Right.
If you want to explore more, just so we know, there is an official website.
Oh
Um,
yeah, the government website. Yeah.
yes, of Flop Tropica. I will post it in chat. It is floptropica.com. You can, look for yourself. It is the what who what's her name?
Cafe.
The no, the mayor, the one with like the wig.
I don't know.
Okay. There we go, all floptropica.com. Enjoy your time.
I don't know what it
Don't get
is.
abstain from that.
I think that have you stopped copying over the www dots?
Yeah, I'm not a heathen. We've moved past that. Let's
I
take a
think
keyword code.
no, but I don't think it doesn't make hyperlinks then. Because I had to copy and paste the when you sent the meeting link, I had to copy and paste it myself and put it into the search.
Oh my days. Oh my days. Does this work now, people? Is it now? I don't think it changed it. But I mean, you can still go
I
there.
I don't know if it's different for YouTube's.
Anyway, we have about 10 minutes left. Um,
Uh, yeah, it's not worked in there either.
ooh,
So I guess one thing I'm wondering about, um, yeah, it maybe it needs the HTTPS.
I'm not gonna worry about it.
Okay.
I forgot about it now. Um, I think we need to worry about.
Oh, am I not a? I'm not a mod, am I? That's
We'll
fun.
make you a mod. Oh, community moderation.
Hmm.
Okay. I'll do this later. I'll do this later. Do it in
Cool.
post. Okay. Well, we have let's think of a poll. We can get people at. Well, mood seems to be on the table. Ironically, we might jump to mood before aspect. Crazy.
I feel like we've kind of already not saying that Maha will be all the mood we ever need, but like in some ways it kind of feels like we're done.
Love that. I
Like maybe we're not like done. Like we still
hmm,
need to like work out what this will be. But like we've kind of split up the whole tent space and we've got like some kind of I don't really feel like I'm not an aspect hater by any means. I don't think that you have to have everything and everything. And if we're gonna lean into the moody vibes, I don't think that leaning into aspect as well
and
is
that's why, yeah, I'm in full concurrence with you. I think this is not going to be an aspect heavy, if like distinguishing it period. I think this is going to be kind of like I wrote down Maha used with modal verbs, and that's how we get a lot of these kind of like intricacies and stuff, and have that kind of be.
but also I
Yeah.
think that
Hmm.
when we do things like relays, because most of the time we're coming from English, people really want to make all of these distinctions. And on some level, it's like not to be like very deterministic and say like, oh, language you speak shapes the way that you feel about these things. But
No,
like, I don't think that like one of the things with Yad Clow is I think that we panicked so much in that relay that we like came up with so much stuff. Like
that was just like crunch time.
that because I think that we felt like if we couldn't say everything perfectly, it was somehow a deficient language.
Correct.
Um, Whereas now, I think we'd probably be more open to like changing things. Um, like I think that I felt more able in Pankashka to like just say this isn't a thing that I have to do.
Mm. Could you say that we've, I don't know, grown and
Oh
learned?
yeah, I want to say Nemo. I'm obviously not saying it's not like I'm not saying that the language shapes your perspective of the world. I'm saying that people who speak languages that don't have a distinction between you have to and you should aren't they just don't produce one. Not that they don't understand it, but they just simply do not produce a distinction.
It is not a one-to-one relationship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you can't map everything directly.
Tis not a bijective function. No. The
Hmm.
transitive property does not apply. Sorry, girl.
Um. So,
Mm.
as things
Ooh.
stand, I guess I will round things out by saying that depending on how the people vote, next week we might be possibly earlier, and it may not have
Oh.
miles
Mm.
because we may be doing the relay ring reveal.
Uh,
Um, so we'll see how that goes. Um, and yes, you. So if in case that is what happens, and it may be that the week afterwards will be the other ring,
mhm.
we'll see. Um, we will we'll think of some good polls and certainly stuff that could maybe be up there for a couple of weeks.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, bye.
Well, we have 4 minutes left.
Always for what?
Okay, I don't know. I mean, okay, let's see. We'll start a poll. Should you leave early? Should we end early?
Okay, like, should we talk about what we might do for polls?
I think we have like idea for like possession. Like we know it's going to be like, well, my mouse.
Wait, 3 a.m.? Is it 3 a.m.?
Not where I am.
No, for Nemo.
Timo, is it 3 a.m. where you are? If it's worse, I'm going to call you out.
Oh my god. Okay. I was okay, we'll carry on.
We'll carry
Um,
on.
okay.
Yeah, see,
Also, I was the only I think was I
you
the only
saw me.
yes vote? No. No.
No,
No.
people
There
are
was
like, we're tired of you. Shoot, no way.
okay.
My mouse is that. Your mouse.
So I mean, next time we're gonna do some more sound changes, but I don't really fancy. Oh yeah, our stream does last 25 hours.
That will die. Actually, what? This is horrible, Janet.
Um, I am thinking about
A
what.
number 1 through 10. The answer is 7. It always is.
Um, I guess like questions. Is it questions next? Because
Maybe.
uh, now I'm like, what if we go to Grand Bank and work out what parameters we have? So we do have articles. We don't have indefinite articles. There are pronominal articles.
Mhm.
They are not. Wait. Wait. Oh, it was pre-nominal. They are post-nominal.
They're post nominal.
Okay. Did we decide on the order of numeral and noun? We did.
no. I'm thinking of, hold on.
We did because it was in my suggestion for where we get the porkle from.
Let us scroll. Yeah, it's these little doodles. Which this now looks, is this right now?
No, no, I mean numeral.
Well, it would be,
Number, numeral.
where are you? I don't think we did anything with that, be honest.
No, we didn't end up using it, but I think I thought we did have a um yeah, yeah, numbers come after nouns.
Numbers come after nouns. Okay.
Um
Great.
have we thought about demonstratives? That's always a reasonable poll.
You know, I don't think we have, but they're gonna play very nicely with these little fuckers. Yes, they will.
Will they play nicely?
I mean, we'll see. Wahahaha.
I'm trying to work out how like I'm trying to think how like they work together in languages I know with articles. And usually they like fill in, right?
Yeah, das große Boot, the big boot.
That's not that's not a demonstrative though, is it? What would be this big boot?
Oh, hold on. I have no idea then. Well, Norwegian wise, it would be um boot. Let's say, let's something I know. Let's say like the shoe. Like it score would be a boot. Det score would be, that's a terrible example, but like the score would be that boot. That the school it just it's a new article. It's a new thing. It doesn't combine. Okay. Oh, we have overstayed our welcome at 6:01 sharp.
I think we should force them to, you can leave if you want. I'm gonna keep going because they wouldn't let me end early.
Wow. Well, I mean, I got nothing better to do with my life than go trivia. Um.
I
Wow.
I wanna decide what we're doing with demonstratives now. Like
Let's do it.
enough to work out what a poll is gonna be.
No, I think something. I don't know why, but something is telling me that we need to have a visibility distinction in
No,
Okay, great. Love
no.
that. And
I
yes,
think
Yodel, I go ahead. Proceed.
Malagasy needs to be a controlled substance. Sorry, Malagash. Like
Malagash.
Malagash needs to be like limited in exposure.
Hmm.
Uh, like like wait, why is this telling me that the word for boot in German isn't boot? It's
It's not.
Stiefel.
Yeah, because boot is not the word for boot in German.
I I'd been convinced.
Das Boot is what you order at a bar if you want to get sloshed boots.
I didn't understand that it wasn't also the word for boot.
Oh, Jake, no. They make glassware that is like an actual like boot.
No,
That they
I
okay,
know, but why would you call it that if it's going to be?
it's from a
Oh,
movie.
also, Logan, is there a Malagasy grammar in English? Or have you also got the French one? Because I have this one that's in French.
Oh, shut the front door. So there is something called Das Boot, but it's not Das Boot, it's Das Boot, which is the boat, which is apparently a 1981 West German war film, which I have no interest in seeing, probably because it's in German. But like Das Boot is from like another, it's from like a movie.
Hmm.
It's like a drinking competition
Okay.
going on in there. I think now is a good time to end it.
It's not been long enough.
No,
No.
we haven't done a requisite 23 and a half hours.
Mm.
That would be like Slay though, if we were just like a music channel and just like had like chill beats to bop to. Oh my gosh, that would be so cunty if we were just like stop. Okay, two things is like if we did just like an ASMR like grammar reading, I would volunteer to do that. Heck yes. And B, Danielle's friend's burlesque name is Das Booty, which is wonderful.
Hmm.
I would love to be in the house of Anna with anaphylaxis and Anna Olgesic. I don't know if that doesn't work.
Wouldn't it be easier to make it Anna Elgesic?
Yeah, Anna Elgesic. Yeah.
Oh, Anne Elgesic, yeah.
Yes. Also, ooh, he did a Malagasy, like he contributed to or he wrote, or I'm interested to know what Matt Pearson has his fingers on, TBH. But my thought is somewhere. I had a thought. Oh, if before I want to do a product placement, I don't have this product, but I want to make people aware of this product. It is $150. That is why I do not own this product. It is called Blood on the Clock Tower. It is a game like Werewolf, but it is like the most like complex thing like ever. It is like Werewolf, like if Werewolf was on steroids, and then that werewolf took more steroids and was like doing like whatever like Lance Armstrong. That's like Neil Armstrong. Like, yes, Nemo, I want to play it. I have not played this game. Like, it looks like amazing, but I don't have the money to buy it. Okay, but I think we're gonna end it in time.
It's not even been 10 minutes extra. They were hungry for more. You go. I'll stay.
Entering the Masters. Okay, all I'm gonna go. I have trivia tonight. Our goal is to win more gift cards than we usually do. But yes. Enjoy it.
Bye,
Enjoy the day.
Miles.
Bye, everybody. Just leave the call.
Mhm. Hello, everyone. It's extra time with me. Um, Also, I'm not sharing anything, so you're just gonna have to deal with my face. Um, I think I could I can share though. Do, 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 do. Um, okay. I am going to make executive decisions now. Miles is gone. And I don't want anyone to um, what grammar? I don't remember. Oh, the one of Malagasy. Um, Stop presenting. Okay, this one. Here we go. I tried to look through Matt Pearson's publications. I couldn't see like a full grammar. I saw like elements, but it seems very cool. Um, Not that full is always necessary, but I do find I don't know. I like being able to see all the different parts together. Um, so I like the idea of having demonstratives take the place of the articles to me makes sense. But if there's not case marking otherwise, I guess like word order does um enough of the job. Oh, cool. Um, um, we are no longer Jamon queening, so there's so much just random stuff in here. Um, so if we have a noun and we have demonstratives, so I guess having a relatively fixed word order isn't the worst thing, especially if it works with this. Because it would kind of make sense to have the determiners fill this spot as well. Um, I I got this grammar before I was as comfortable relying on like slightly scary websites where I could find PDFs is the other side of it. I'm a lot better about that now. Um, um, so noun, demonstrative, and then in theory would be verb, and then the subject would be indexed. And I should read that indexing and flagging paper by Tethys. Um, so you would have subject marking on there, um, which I think would make sense. Um, um, because if the actors are marked there, I think that would make sense. I guess though it depends where these work relative to things like adjectives as well though. Um, although I guess demonstratives and adjectives, I'm trying to think if I can think of an example where they fill the same slot and I can't, which makes me think that in general they probably don't. But something to think about. Um, so I guess if we return to the mouse example, if we want to say the mouse eats these seeds, it would be something like mouse 3 seed. This is also where if the number marking would be on this this unit here, and we don't have um, it on the noun itself. Um, so you might expect some kind of plural with the proximate, which works fine with our origin here. Um, we don't have forms for these. and then it would be eat the person. So the first thing is that you would then lose the subject or object, and if you were going to say something like the mouse eats seeds at the in the house, you would in this house you would end up having more issues because we currently are thinking of having the locative being marked on the articles, but this would end up with something like mouse 3 seed plural 3 object house. We need some kind of locative here, I guess, and it's possible that our locative argument would we haven't developed these yet, and it's possible that this is, considering it's going to come from outside of the current system. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I can control Y. Okay. Bye, Aaron. Kinksy. Wow. Um, um, I think something like this is going to be where we have to consider everything that these articles are doing and make sure that we kind of prioritize what we want them to do and what they don't do and how we can move that elsewhere. Everyone's going now. You've had your extra time. I will see you all next week. If I've asked you to vote and stuff, please vote on it. And if I haven't asked you to vote on stuff, don't vote on it. I'll see you when I see you. Bye bye.